Alright, in this scene, we're looking at currency escrow. This is where currency gets reserved now and resolved later. The key idea is that escrow is a hard hold. When a hold succeeds, the currency is debited immediately, and you get back a token that represents that hold. After that, you've got two main outcomes. Commit keeps the debit, release refunds the held amount, and optionally, a hold can also expire automatically if it has a TTL and an expiry pump is running. TTL means time to live, how long the hold can exist before it expires. Before we run the scene, this panel is split into three tabs: Setup, Holds, and Pump. So we'll use Setup to create holds, Holds to inspect and resolve them, and Pump to demonstrate expiry behaviour. Alright, let's run it. Like the other demos, teach text is turned off here just to keep things clean for the video. And over on the right, we've got the currency basics panel again. That's just there to seed some starting balances and to make the escrow behaviour obvious when values change. So I'll start by giving the owner some currency in the basics panel. Now over in the escrow panel at the top, you can see the bound owner, the resolved currency service, whether escrow is actually present, and whether an expiry pump is attached. That matters because this panel doesn't fake escrow behaviour. If the escrow layer isn't part of the composed service stack, this panel will tell you directly. We'll start on the setup tab. Just like the other panels, we've got reason and source ID at the top. Then we pick a currency, enter an amount, and optionally enter a TTL in seconds. A TTL of 0 means the hold does not auto-expire. So first, I'll create a basic hold with no TTL. When I click TryHold, the system attempts to debit that amount immediately. And you can see that in the basics panel on the right. The balance drops straight away. That's the part that really matters. A hold is not just a promise. The currency is already reserved by debiting it now. And the result gives us a token for that hold. Now switching over to the holds tab. This list shows the holds created through this panel. For each one, you can see the token, the currency, the amount, and the age or TTL. Again, this is panel local. It's showing the holds created here for teaching purposes, not every possible hold in the whole system. From here I can commit or release the hold. If I commit it, that hold is resolved, but the debit stays exactly as it is. So commit is basically confirming the reservation. It does not refund anything. If I create another hold and release it instead, the held amount is credited back to the owner. And again, you can see that directly in the basics panel on the right. So that's the core escrow lifecycle. TryHold debits now. Commit keeps the debit. Release refunds it. Now, the third piece is TTL and expiry. I'll go back to setup and create a hold with a short TTL. That means the hold is still debited immediately, but now it also has an expiry window. Over on the pump tab, this scene lets us attach or remove a currency escrow expiry pump. The pump simply calls ExpireStale on a timed interval. So if a hold has expired, the system processes it automatically. That usually means the owner gets refunded if refunding is still possible. You can also trigger that manually with ExpireStale from the panel. So for the demo, I'll let this hold expire, then run the expiry process. And again, the useful part is visible on the right. The held amount comes back once expiry is processed. So the mental model for escrow is simple. A hold reserves currency immediately by debiting it now. Commit keeps that reservation. The release refunds it. And TTL plus the expiry pump gives you a way to resolve stale holds automatically. If you understand that flow, you understand the core escrow behaviour in this system.